You know, we spend so much time and energy thinking about how to make money. But what if the real secret to building lasting wealth isn't about what you earn, but about what you manage to keep? Turns out there's a simple psychological trick that separates the folks who are just temporarily rich from those who become permanently wealthy. And it all boils down to one powerful rule. So let me ask you this. What really is the difference between being rich and staying rich? And look, it's not about the size of your paycheck. The real secret, the thing that separates the people who have money for a little while from the people who have it for a lifetime, it all comes down to spending. Or more specifically, the psychology behind why you spend. And this is where we hit the real dividing line in our financial brains. It's this constant battle, right? It's a tug of war between two really powerful forces, pure, raw emotion and cold, hard calculation. So think about it this way. On one side, for most of us, spending is all about that dopamine hit. You know, that instant rush you get when you click buy now. It feels incredible for a second. But then you've got the other side of the coin, the calculated move. The truly wealthy don't see a big purchase as a thrill. They see it as a business decision. They are not chasing a feeling. They're analyzing a potential investment. Okay, so how do you bridge that gap? How do you move from the emotional side to the logical side? Well, you need a boundary, a new rule for your financial life, and it's called the 24-hour rule. Let me break it down for you. It's incredibly simple. You see something you want, that slick new watch, a designer bag, maybe that shiny new car in the showroom. But instead of pulling out your wallet, you do nothing. You literally walk away and you wait. For one full day, 24 hours, that purchase is completely off the table. The process itself is almost laughably simple. Step 1, you see something you want. Easy enough. But then comes step 2, and this is the hard part. You wait. You force yourself to wait a full 24 hours. And I mean no exceptions, no excuses. That waiting period is designed to do one thing: kill the emotional high. It lets that dopamine rush fade away so that when you finally get to step 3, you're making a decision with a totally clear head. So you might be wondering, what's the magic that happens in those 24 hours? Your brain literally shifts gears. You move from that I want it now impulse into pure logic. And the key to unlocking that logical thinking is asking yourself one very specific, very powerful question. This right here, this is the golden question, the one that changes everything. You ask yourself, is this thing I want an asset that will grow in value, or is it just a liability that's going to lose value the second I buy it? Let me put it another way. Is this purchase going to put money back in your pocket someday, or is it just going to suck money out of it? This single question is what separates the stuff that builds your wealth from the stuff that just drains it. And this gets to the absolute core of how wealthy people operate. They protect their capital at all costs. Think of it like a tree. They don't chop down the tree to sell the wood. They live off the fruit it produces year after year. The interest, the dividends, the returns from their assets. The 24-hour rule is like a shield that protects that tree from getting chopped down by 1,000 tiny emotional cuts. So when you start using this rule consistently, you're basically forcing yourself to make a conscious choice every single time. And it's a big one. It's a choice between two totally different ways of life: chasing short-term status or building long-term security and freedom. And this, right here, is the real takeaway. The whole point of this isn't about depriving yourself of nice things. It's a tool to help you prioritize what actually matters. Seriously, the next time you're tempted by a big purchase, just wait a day. You'll probably find that intense want you felt was just noise. The real goal is building a life of long-term freedom, not just collecting a bunch of symbols of short-term status. So, at the end of the day, it all just boils down to this. Do you have the discipline to wait, or do you need that dopamine hit right now? The choice is yours. The power is in your hands. So, are you going to give it a shot?